right, let's talk some more new construction in Harrisburg, North Carolina. Currently, I'm in Harrisburg Village, and let me give you the quick lay of the land. I'm standing at the amenity area where they have just installed the playground. They're currently finishing up the clubhouse and the pool, which will be right there. You can also see right behind me, on the other side of the porta potty, of course, the mailboxes. This is one big change that we've seen in Cabarrus County in the last several years. There is a desire to do community mailboxes to, frankly, preserve some safety and security from having your mail in front of your house, and it builds a sense of community, and frankly, it's cheaper for the builder. So you have these that have cropped up. Now, I want to tell you, this neighborhood has a mix of townhomes and single-family homes. There's a reason why builders do that. First of all, it provides a different design aesthetic to the neighborhood when you can see different styles of properties. It doesn't feel quite as cookie cutter. Even with a production builder, this is an Eastwood Homes neighborhood. They are a regional company. They've been building in North and South Carolina for decades, and they've always built a solid house for the money, not super duper high end and not super junky basic. So they're middle of the road builder. But you can see the townhouses have a nice look. Part of that comes from Harrisburg, because there is a land use plan and a design ordinance in Harrisburg that restricts the amount of vinyl that can be on a building, which is why you will see so many of these have some stone or some brick. And part of that is to preserve the character of the neighborhoods and the town on the whole. Now, you'll also notice in any of these neighborhoods, there is going to be area like this where the cattails are. That is a retention pond. That's designed to catch the runoff stormwater as it comes off of the asphalt and this concrete from the sidewalks. Because if you think about it, this used to be farmland, it used to be forested, so the water had somewhere to go. When you do the building, we add what's called impermeable area, and that's what you're going to call these paved areas. That's your patios, it's your foundations, it's your roads and sidewalks. Well, the water's got to go somewhere, and so the builders will have these retention ponds to make sure the water has somewhere to go. Now, there's a second purpose for the retention ponds. They also contribute to the green space for a neighborhood. The way Harrisburg's land use plan goes is that if you are doing the conservation pieces for a neighborhood, which would include retention ponds, also includes areas like walking trails, and you can see the little bench over there, and on the other side of this retention pond goes the trail, which goes all the way through back behind the townhouses and through the single family section as well. Those green space areas mean that you can do up to 2 single family homes per acre if you don't have the conservation elements, and they're going to look at your development plan closer to 1 house per acre. And of course, single family attached or townhouses are going to have a different set of requirements, because obviously there's more than 2 of those per acre, but they also have a different layout and they're just a more dense use of the property. So when you're looking at new construction, if you ever wondered why there's all these amenity packages going on, first of all, it makes it easier to sell. It makes a different quality of living for the people who are here. Definitely improves your resale, and I can tell you that as a lifelong realtor. Any neighborhood that has a homeowners association, if it's got amenities, it's going to be really attractive to relocating people. And if you think about it, it provides a place for people to congregate. And if you just moved here, there's something about getting to know your neighbors right quick that makes the neighborhood more attractive. And then, frankly, as a runner, I enjoy using the trails and the sidewalks in these neighborhoods myself, which allows me as your realtor to know things about neighborhoods and to watch the construction going in. Now, we have a unique opportunity here, and you'll hear some concrete saws working while I'm walking. I did used to sell those at Husqvarna. They're a wonderful product, but you can see the pool under construction, and I want to show you this because if you're from up north, you may not know that we don't have to cover our pools in the winter. In North Carolina, right here in Harrisburg, it doesn't get that cold, and so we're able to leave them uncovered, although some communities will, just to reduce the amount of upkeep and maintenance they have to do on it for cleaning. But what you will see is that the deepest sections are 5 feet. They're not building these things for diving boards anymore, just to reduce the liability. You're also going to see one of the newest features that we're finding in our new construction neighborhoods, and you see it right here at the edge. That's going to be that tannin ledge, which also serves as a fantastic place for new swimmers, aka young people, toddlers, to be in there with their parents. And then it goes, of course, to the 3-foot and the 5-foot section. You're also not seeing as many wading pools anymore and baby pools. for all the reasons that y'all know about, but you'll find this to be a wonderful amenity. In our area, the pools, some of them have lifeguards, some don't. That's one of those cost things that can happen to a neighborhood. You ask your realtor about that, make sure you know your numbers. But when you're paying attention to how these towns are developing, there's great information to be had, and it's important for you as a homeowner to know what you're buying into. Now, price-wise, over here in Eastwood Village, as I'm recording this, there are several completed townhouses that are ready to be moved into around the 400 mark, which makes them definitely competitive with what you pay for rents. The single family is going to run closer to 500, although there are some that are a little less expensive. And the neighborhood is getting close to those later phases of completion. So if you like to know what you're buying and you don't like a lot of uncertainty, now's a good time to be buying in. Also, this community has a couple of connections to the existing Harrisburg Town Center. So it's not just a neighborhood by itself. It's contiguous, and you could actually walk over to the Aldi, to Town Hall, to the YMCA. You can walk over to Bubba's, Three Monkeys, Rocky River Coffee. It's really interesting to see these pedestrian-friendly opportunities crop up. If you have questions about a neighborhood like this, or you want to live in Harrisburg near Leigh Brown, you call me and I'll be glad to help.